Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a deck profile. This is a G Pale Moon Stride deck, mainly using the Harri stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard, we're running Happiness Collector. Her skill is Generic 1, put this card into Soul. When a unit is placed on the rear guard circle from your Soul, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and Soul Charge 1. So she's just a new card, and she helps you draw some cards, and you can abuse her with some other units, but I'll talk about that a bit later. So yeah, all right. So next we have 4 Harris. Harri came in the trial deck, and the skill is Generic 2. When this card attacks, you can choose a unit in your Soul, and then call it to the rearguard circle. And during this turn, that card, the called unit, and this card both get plus 3,000 power. So Harri and the called unit gets plus 3,000 power. And then his stride skill, or stride break skill, is Magia. Kind of last one. During this turn, if a unit strides on top of this unit, you may Soul Charge 1, and then Soul call a unit from your Soul to rearguard circle, and then that unit gets plus 5,000 power. And then at the end of the turn, that unit goes back into the Soul. So you don't get to keep it. That's what Magia basically means. It means that you call a unit, and then at the end of the turn it goes back into the Soul, from your Soul. So yeah. Next, we're running 3 Lukia Reverse. Lukia Reverse's skill is Limit Break 4, kind of lost 1, choose a Pale Moon Rearguard and lock it. And then you can choose a Pale Moon Rearguard in your Soul, or choose a Pale Moon unit in your Soul and call it to the rearguard circle, and then that unit gets plus 5,000 power. And if you have Lukia in your Soul, she gets plus 2,000 power. But we don't run Lukia in this deck. We're running 7 grade 3s. I heard someone in my previous video, Gear Chronicle video, say you should run 8 grade 3s. I tend to, if the grade 3s aren't optimal, then I don't like running them in 4s. Mainly they're just there for stride fodder, but most of the time you want to ride Harri anyway, so it's fine not running 4/4. Right, next we're running 4 Darkside Princess. Darkside Princess, her skill is when this card attacks during this battle, you can have her gain plus 5,000 power. If you do, at the end of the turn, at the end of the battle, move this card to Soul. So after attacks, if you have it gain 5,000 power, it goes in Soul. It's kind of like Upstream Dragon, except you don't get a call unit. And instead of that, she gets 5k instead of, I think, 4k. So yeah, pretty interesting card. She's pretty good. She helps you hit numbers, and yeah, she's just very, very solid attacker. Next, we're running 3 Card Dealer Jacqueline. Card Dealer Jacqueline's skill is Generic Break 1, Counter Boss 1. When this card attacks, if this card is being boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 1. And choose a card in your Soul that's grade 2 or lower and call it to a rearguard circle. So you do need to get boosted. It says Kono unit ga boosto. It just doesn't have the symbol. They apparently changed it. Don't know why, but they did. And yeah, so the unit does stay on the field, so keep that in mind. Mainly you can use her to play against Diablo decks, because most of the time when you do Magia plays, you do the units do go back in your Soul, so you are susceptible to Diablo plays, and with this it makes it a little harder for them to Diablo you. Well, they can still Diablo you, but you'll have units to kill. Anyway, next we're running 4 Flying Periton. Yeah, Flying Periton. Skills Magia, Generic Break 1. What is placed on the rearguard circle. If you can Soul Charge 1 and then choose a card in your soul and call it in the same column as this unit. And then at the end of turn, the called unit gets moved back into the soul. So yeah, a lot of times if you stride break with this and Harri, you're gonna call out the intensely sweet clown, which actually I'll explain a bit later when I actually show you that card. But yeah, a lot of times you can just call this card. Most of the time you're gonna call either this or this. I guess you can call that, but anyway. So next, this is the intensely sweet clown, I think, or insanely sweet clown, something like that. Insanely sweet clown. Generation break 1. When this card is called from the soul to rear guard circle, this card gets plus 5,000 power. So as you can see, if you call Flying Paraton and this guy with Harri, so you go Harri, Flying Paraton come out, have it gain 5,000 power. Flying Paraton skill, call out Clown. Clown gets plus 1,000 power, so they get plus. They attack for 26k now, so that's quite a big number. It's pretty good. Of course, at the end of turn, they go back in the deck so that you can do it again next turn, which is what Magia does. So, yeah. Next, we're running 2 Burashi Bunny. Skill is it activates from Soul. And if you have a Pale Moon unit calls from your soul to your rear guard circle, and you have a Pale Moon Vanguard, then you can use this card's skill from soul and call this card out, and at the end of the turn, he goes back into the soul. So you don't have Flying Paraton, you can call out Dark Side Princess, and you call it Dark Side Princess, and then with Harri's skill, and then after that, Bunny's skill procs. And you can call this out so that you get a free column also. So you can get a free column, or not really free, kind of plus 1. You can get a column, you can make columns really easily with really cheap costs that hit for pretty decent numbers. So yeah, it's good. Next, running 3 purple trapeze. Mainly you're going to use to correct your soul, so you can get more useful stuff in your soul, while units that don't really need to come out every turn can just stay on the field. Stuff like Jacqueline can stay on the field. Yeah, that's pretty much that stuff. You can also abuse this by calling her out and then calling up Boosty Bunny out and proccing her skill. So you can turn her into a draw and a soul charge with the purple trapeze. So yeah. Right. Next, we're running 3 Stride Enablers, the Masquerade Bunny. I would run 4, but there's too many good great ones I want to run, so yeah. Next, we're running 4 Purple Gs, because Purple Gs are Purple Gs. This deck does use Cannon Blast, so yeah. Be warned. Triggers, we're running 4 crits. This is the Harri crit. 4 draws. 4 stands. This stand is extremely useful. The skill is Generation break 1. When this card is put in the soul, you can put this card to the top of your deck and then search your deck for a card that is not this and move it into your soul. So basically, if you soul charge this, it's pretty much a wild card because you can search your whole deck and put anything you want inside. So you can search for Paratons or bunnies or clowns or dark side princesses, whatever you're missing basically. So it's pretty decent. And then last but not least, of course, running for heals because those are heals. So the Harri crit is actually quite useful in this deck because since you can manipulate your soul, you can do shenanigans with it. Yeah, if you call it, if it's in soul and you call out Paraton, you can attack with Paraton first. Let's see, something like this. You call Paraton, then call the crit out with Paraton, attack with this first, since you do run stands. If you hit a stand, whatever. If you don't hit a stand, whatever. That's whatever. It's fine. And then also if you have clown as you're shredding the clown, she becomes a 6k if you call it out, so it's fine. And then you attack with clown, and then you move this card into soul, and then you draw a card. So you get a free draw basically, because this card would have got back into soul anyway. So yeah, some combos you can do there. Next, we're running 2 Amandas. Amanda's skill is when this card attack hits, you may soul charge 1 and then call a unit to the rear guard circle from your soul, and then that unit gets plus 2,000 power, and at the end of the turn it goes back into the soul. So it's a Magia skill, I guess. Yeah, it's a Magia skill. And then we're running 1 Clifford. Clifford's skill is when this card attack hits, you can choose a grade 2 or lower unit in your soul and call it to a rear guard circle, and then it gets plus 2,000 power. So this card does, the card that is called out with Clifford stays on the field. So if you have something that you want to stay on the field, then you can just use Clifford's skill. Alright, next we're running 1 Harri. Harri's skill is Generation 3. Kind of last 2, choose one of your rear guards and put it in your soul. When this card attacks, you might pay the cost if you do. Choose 3 units in your soul and call them to a rear guard circle. And then if you have 5 or more rear guards, 5 rear guards actually. Yeah. Anyway, then your opponent chooses 2 of their own rear guards and put them into their soul. They get to choose. And then at the end of turn, the called units with this guy's effect goes back into the soul. So you're gonna use him probably as a finisher. Get some attacks in, and then herp derp. Next, we're running 4 Lunatic Dragons. Lunatic Dragon skill is when this card is placed on a Vanguard circle, you can G Persona Blast, and then during the turn, this card gets a new skill. Whenever a unit is called from the soul to the rear guard circle, they get plus 2,000 power, and then Generation 3, this card gets plus 1 crit. So he gets an extra crit for no reason, because his first skill is kind of lackluster by its own, but once he has extra crit, he's not that bad. The 2k, it helps, especially with Periton. He becomes a 16k by himself with Harri, and Dark Side Princess becomes a 19k by himself. 21k by herself. Sorry. Yeah, if you call, where's Dark Side Princess? If you call Dark Side Princess with Harri's skill or something, then she gets plus 5k with Harri's skill, plus 5k for her own skill, and then you get 2k with his skill, so she comes 21k by herself, which is quite strong. But yeah, of course, when she attacks, she goes back into your soul. So if you're expecting stands for some reason, then Periton might be the better choice, because then you can stand it up and do stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Cardtaku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!